Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Robert Hollis Jr. here from roberthollisjr.com. I just want to welcome you to today's blog post. And first off, let me just say that this isn't intended any way to discourage anybody or beat anybody up. But more or less just to let you know what you're in for. You know, I'm always been the person that doesn't sugarcoat things. I tell it just how it is. And also kind of a way to prepare you guys, either give you hope if you've been through this situation, or maybe, prepare you if you're just venturing into this. So as you've seen from the blog post, it's do you have thick skin? Now, before we get started, make sure you register. If you probably see on this page to the left here is a spot that you can actually register and get a free gift from me on how I take my past fears and failures and use them as fuel to just hit the ground running. So make sure you subscribe there. You can see when I'm doing all my free webinars, my blog posts, everything. So with that said, we'll just go ahead and get started. So do you have thick skin? Now, why am I bringing this up? I actually just recently read an article, and it was a young salesman, and it just caught my eye because as I was scrolling through Facebook, I saw this post and it says, how much of your soul is left from being a salesperson? And I was going, what? What does it even mean? Because we all think, when I first got involved as being an entrepreneur, I had this picture in my mind of what a salesman was, or what a snazzy internet or network marketer was. These were the guys that, were wheeling and dealing, and they were the closers. And, that's one of the biggest reasons that held me back from even really getting started. So it really piqued my interest. And, as I read through the article, it really, really related with me, like I hope it will with some of you guys, is he said that he was a really young kid. He wanted to get in sales because, A, he saw how much money some of the guys were making and women were making. And he really, really felt that he had a great quality product that not only would help people, but, he felt great about marketing it and selling it to people. And as he got started, he just said, it was so funny that when I first got involved, my picture of, these sleazy salespeople, and that they lied to people and they manipulated people. And he didn't want to ever be that. And as he got going, he kept just getting, shoved down and shoved down. People were lying to him left and right. Hey, listen, I'd love to check out what you're doing. Send me over the videos. I'll check them out right away. And they'd never watch the videos. Or how many people ever had somebody say they'd show up to your home event, or they'd show up to your office, or they'd show up to a live meeting. I'll definitely be there. Yeah. And then they don't. And he just said that he always thought that most people look at salespeople as liars and manipulators. And the more that he got into sales, he found out that it was the customers. It was the customers. It was the prospects that were lied and manipulators. And, I'm not saying all people are like this, but I want you guys to really think about this. How many people have ever said, you know what, yeah, I'll totally check out your video, and then they don't. And then when they don't, they go, oh, well, something came up and I'm really busy. And, it's all of a sudden they start coming up with excuses of reasons why they didn't do it. And you're going, okay, I can understand that, but will you watch it? Yeah, I'll totally watch it. And then you call them back and it's like they don't answer. Or, somebody says, you know what? I definitely love your product. I'm ready to get started. Listen, I get paid on Friday and I'm in. I'm doing this. And you get all excited. You go home, you talk to your significant other. Listen, I'm finally getting my first sign up. This guy saw the videos. He saw my products. He was really excited. I spent like 2 hours on the phone with this guy, or I spent 2 hours. That's why I'm home late, honey, after the meeting. I found this great woman. She was all excited. I spent 2 hours. She's going to get started on Friday. Yay! You're all excited. And then Friday comes and they don't sign up. And then you call them and they don't answer. And then you message them on Facebook or text them, and they avoid you. And this young kid was saying that he just kept having this happen to him over and over again, where all of a sudden he started venturing off to what he said, the dark side. Because he saw the other salesmen were really good at knowing, hey, these people are lying to us and manipulating us. It's okay for me to do that. So he started reading these books on how to manipulate people and how to use NLP. And, we've all known that's why salespeople get a bad name. It's like, listen, I'm really interested. I want to go home and think about it. Well, think about what? Isn't this important to your family? Don't you think your kids need to have a better future? And they start whipping out. Now, if anybody knows me, that's not me. But he said that he felt like he was going down this path of the dark side. And he quickly realized that no, this isn't what he wanted to do. And you know, as he wrapped up his story, he just said that he realized going into it that you just have to have thick skin. And what he's decided to do as a salesperson, instead of trying to market to everybody, that he only wanted to talk to, he only wanted to sell to people that were high quality people. He said he'd rather, instead of trying to pitch everybody, find the few people that were serious. And now that's how he moves forward. He says he tells people right away, find out later he's in real estate, that listen, this is what I need everything up front before I even tell you the sales pitch. And most people go, well, no, tell me all the amazing things about it. No, why don't you first show me that you're a serious buyer, and then I'll tell you why you should buy this home. Now, why am I telling this whole story to you guys is because I think a lot of people out there, either they heard from somebody and they get sugar-coated that this is going to be easy, that why wouldn't everybody buy my products? Why wouldn't everybody buy my services? These are amazing. I can't tell you guys, and it's heartbreaking to me sometimes when I'm mentoring and coaching people, and they're going, you know what, the product that I use, not only is it backed up by science, but the reason why I decided to join the company is because I used the product and it really, really helped me. And then I saw the stories of people that it helped. And I thought to myself, wow, if I could share this with my friends and my family, not only would it help them like it helped me, but then I could become a successful business person. And they believe in the product. They know that it's helped them. They know that it's helped their family. And then they say, but nobody will even look at it. It's one of the most discouraging things, and I've been through there, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this has been through this. And yes, I can tell you the more, if you wanted to work with somebody that knows what they're doing, there's a right way to pique somebody's interest. There's a right way to act. There's multiple things that you can increase to get them to really want to take a look at your business. And I'm not going to go through all that. I got a lot of blog posts about this stuff, and it's in my mentorship program, and exactly what to say and how to say it and the attitude, but I'm not going to go there. But where I did want to go is if anybody wants to be very successful, basically at anything that you're doing, is you got to have a certain exterior. You got to have tough skin, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't met anybody who's massively successful that hasn't been rejected over and over again, that hasn't been told that what they're doing is stupid, that hasn't been told that what their industry, those things never work. You should go back to school and get a real job. We've all been through that. So I'm just here to tell you guys that you do have to have a degree of thick skin, and don't let it get to you. Why I say that you shouldn't have thick skin, because I don't want you to quit. The only reason why anybody wouldn't fail is you just quit. You can't have the mentality instant gratification, or like I like to say is the lottery ticket. Oh my gosh, people have in their mind the 5 people, and if these 5 people join, like the theoretical example showed, they get 5 and they get 5, and I'm going to be rich. And you look at these 5 people expecting they're all going to join, and when they don't, you get discouraged and quit. And on the other side is you can't let that stuff get to you to where you get to the point of, like he said, you start to go to the dark side, where all of a sudden you start doing things that you normally wouldn't do. The things that, you're trying to manipulate people, that you trick them. I used to have this happen all the time at meetings. Somebody would show up to a live meeting that I was doing, and you could see they walked in and they're all upset and they're grumpy and they're sitting in the back row. And I'm like, well, I get to know them, and I'm like, hey, how'd you show up? And they go, you know what? My buddy said that he was going to buy me dinner tonight. And he picked me up, and then he said, listen, all I want you to do is show up and meet these guys. And then all of a sudden he walks me into this room where all these slick guys wearing suits, and obviously you're going to pitch and sell me something, so I'm just here for the free dinner. And just sitting there, I'm not interested in talking to you. Well, of course, because he felt like he was manipulated, guys. So don't go down that path. Don't go down the road of trying to be a sleazy salesperson. Because I know people can. I've been in situations sometimes where it's like, hey, I'm going to go home and think about it. And I'm going, wow, the last 20 people that said they were going to go home and think about it never returned my phone call. What do I got to do? Say right now to get your money. And I started going down that road. Thank God I had a great mentor that, always blocked me from going down that road, because I think it gives sales, marketing, internet marketing, network marketing, direct sales, whatever business you're in, that's what gives it a bad name. And the second road is don't quit, guys. Don't let the naysayers say no. If this was successful, everybody would do it. Sometimes you got to go through some pain. You got to go through some struggles, because if this was easy, everybody would be a millionaire. If this was easy, everybody would have everybody's products in every home. Sometimes, you got to go through a test for a testimonial. So don't give up. Put on your armor. I used to put on my suit and call it my suit of armor. I don't care what somebody says to me today or how many people tell me no. I'm going to keep going forward because I believe in my products. I believe in what I'm doing. I believe I can help others not only with my products, but with my opportunity, and give them an opportunity that they would never have in a 9-to-5 job. And don't let everybody else's negativity get to you. People are going to say no. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're going to have more no's than yeses, but guess what? It's the yes that count. It's the yes that keep you going, and it's the yes that you've got to focus on, and helping them have success. I see a lot of people that they're so frustrated with the no's. They get a yes, and like, all right, that was easy, but I got to work on these people and beat them up because they said no. And you just threw a great quality person to the curb. So I could go on and on. I'm sure you guys can tell I'm passionate about this. So hope you guys like this video. Once again, go to roberthollisjr.com. You can subscribe to me there to get my free gift and stay up to date with everything that I'm doing with my free webinars, my blog posts, and also get a free gift from me on how to take your past fears and your failures and use them as fuel to hit the ground running. So God bless everybody. Robert Hollis Jr. signing off. I hope you like this video.